Hi, I'm Mr. Lewis, and I love to share wonderful stories of what God has done. Won't you join me today for a story from the Bible? I love to draw animals, penguins, flamingos, and lions. Do you know that lions are called the kings of the jungle? That's because they are so powerful. Well, our story today has lions in it. It's the story of a man named Daniel. He was a follower of God who lived in Babylon. Daniel was a good man who really loved God. He was honest and did a great job working hard at everything the king gave him to do. Eventually, he became one of King Darius's most important leaders. Not everyone in Babylon was nice. Not very many people worshiped the true God. Some of the other leaders were jealous of Daniel. They wanted the king to like them as much as he liked Daniel. They decided to make a plan to get Daniel in trouble. Then they could be the king's most important leaders. They knew just how much Daniel loved God and loved praying to God. Daniel prayed every day to God. So they made an evil plan. They presented King Darius with a rule that people in Babylon could not pray to any god or person except for the king. Anyone who broke the rule and prayed to anyone else would get thrown into the lion's den. King Darius listened to the men, and that rule became a law in Babylon. Daniel heard about the new law. He had a choice to make. Do you think that Daniel stopped praying to God? No, it did not stop him. Daniel still went home 3 times a day to pray, just as he usually did. It wasn't long before the jealous men saw Daniel praying. They ran to the king and told him how Daniel had broken the new rule. They were so happy to get Daniel in trouble. But the king was sad. He didn't want Daniel to be hurt. The king spent the whole day trying to think of a way to get Daniel out of trouble. But since the law was written down, even the king could not save him. Finally, the king told Daniel, "You always serve your God faithfully, so may he save you." Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, and a giant stone sealed over the door. Daniel was stuck with the powerful and hungry lions. Not one person in Babylon could help him. The king went back to his palace, but he was so upset that he stayed awake all night. He was worried about Daniel. Early in the morning, King Darius ran back to the lion's den to see what had happened to Daniel. The king yelled into the den, "Daniel, you serve the living God faithfully. So has he been able to save you from the lions?" Daniel actually answered back, "My God sent his angel, and his angel shut the mouths of the lions." God had protected Daniel. The lions had not hurt him at all. The king was so happy he got Daniel out of the lion's den and wrote a new law. Everyone in Babylon had to respect and honor God. Lions are strong and powerful. Sometimes we may go through hard things, but I'm glad that I know the story of Daniel. Daniel followed God even when it was hard and learned that God can protect us in amazing ways.